Hello, it's me from the future, my minion. So my introduction on this video, not there, it's not good. I'm gonna tell you this right now, this video isn't the best explanation video ever because I mean my mind was already boggled up as it is. So just disclaimer, you know, just bear with me through this video as I'm trying to do my makeup and I'm trying to tell my story at the same time. If you guys need a clear explanation, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to tell you guys, but that's just it right now. I swear to God, I'm thinking about it and I'm gonna do it. That another story time I'm going to write down before I even speak and record because I realize that I need to be more detailed with what I'm saying, and I don't know, I just feel like this video was very hectic. So just bear with me through this video and thank you. So just, this is, anyways, yeah, bye. Hello, my minions. Literally, I don't have the energy right now, but I'm trying. So please just stay with me. Today, we're gonna be talking about how the coronavirus impacted my life. Literally impacted my life in a very negative way, that we were struggling for such a long time until like just very recently, until like a week ago that I just started, I'll get to it. Anyways, I retook this intro like 2 times already and I did not like how the way I actually started the video, so I already put this on. It's a e.l.f. Puff Puff primer. It's already on my face, so now we're gonna put on some this. We're gonna put on that. That's what I use instead of foundation. By no means I don't mean that this is good for your skin. It's not heavy on my skin, so it's good. Anyways, where can I begin with this story? This story, it's just, honestly, it's just everywhere. I need a napkin, hold on. Okay, I got a napkin. So the story is just everywhere, really, but honestly, it all started for me in January of this year. Like, literally in the beginning of this year is when my year started actually going to shit because I ended up quitting my job at that time because I literally looked like poop. My employer at that time didn't like me too much because I wasn't outgoing or anything like that, and I would rarely go out clubbing with him and everybody else that would work there as well because I wasn't really into that. And he wanted me to, pretty much be kissing his ass, wanted me to be his friend and, tell him everything that's going on in my life, which I never really agreed with. I honestly, I don't know why he wanted me to do that. Like, just leave me alone, literally. I didn't want to be friends with an old man like that. I did not want to tell him all about my personal life like that. Like leave a bitch alone. If your employee doesn't want to be friends with you, they don't want to be friends with you. And if you were already planning to get rid of me and you decided to do it behind my back and look for someone else behind my back, and then out of nowhere one day this new person will show up that you hired behind my back and you're gonna be like, oh, this is who's gonna be replacing you. Bye. What the fuck? I'm so glad that my manager at that time, she ended up telling me right before it actually happened, because I was doing so well there too. I was literally working my ass off and I don't know, it's just really dumb. And That's why I ended up quitting before he got the last word, because first off, I was already feeling uneasy working there, and I felt like I have to, you know, like I owed him something just because, you know, and I feel like in his eyes, he was helping me out. And really, I mean, in a way he was helping me out job-wise, but that's not what I wanted to begin with. I mean, I'm the one who put myself out there to begin with, so, and if anything, it's a loss that he lost me. But yeah, I ended up quitting because of that situation, and it was January. Just keep in mind, it was January of this year. And then 2 years ago, I actually ended up being in a car crash, which wasn't my fault at all. And I ended up getting the settlement money around that time as well. And I was thinking at that time to, you know, have at least 2 or 3 weeks to myself. I mean, I have this amount of money that will cover all these bills until I will be able to get another job. And, you know, that was, you know, a good thing, you know? So that was that with the whole job thing. So I took at least 2 or 3 weeks off because I just really needed it. I was constantly working all the time, and it was time for me to have a break of my own, you know? Fast forward to February, and I was already job searching and all. I had a few interviews, but luckily I hadn't had any, you know, luck at that time, just because I've been applying, but I haven't really been like trying my best. And I feel like that also falls on me, but also, you know, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna be able to tell the future on what's gonna happen, so I thought it was gonna be okay for a little bit. February comes around, and my husband, he was working as well, and he was working at a local coffee shop. This local coffee shop sucks. Like, they suck management-wise. Like, they don't care about their employees, to be honest. They just care about the money and how much we were bringing in, and they also own a, like, they also own a, I don't know. They're also eye doctors, but they also own the coffee shop, which was like literally right next to the doctors. And these people, you know, made a rule at that time that if you needed to go to the restroom to do whatever you needed to do in there, you had to call HR and wait for them to get there, so you will be able to go to the restroom for like a minute. Like, how ridiculous is that? Like, and plus, it wasn't even booming or anything like that. Like, there was barely people even going. So, just why? Just tell me why. So yeah, my husband, you know, in this occasion, he needed to go to the restroom. And he really needed to go really badly, and he's done it before, that he will call a HR lady to come down and to hold the bar area. And mind you, she doesn't even know how to make anything. She doesn't know how to do anything. Like, literally, she just had to stand there and be like,
he'll be right back, he's just in the restroom.
It just baffles me how stupid that is, and why that's even a thing, and why they made it a thing. I mean, honestly, it's so fucking dumb. Like, if you're watching this, you're fucking dumb. My husband, he needed to go to the restroom in this occasion. He had to go really, really bad. And he was like, you know, he already experienced that she takes so long to come down and, like, you know, hold the fort while he's doing his business. So he wasn't about to wait and be like, you know, hey, can you come here? And then she would be like, yeah, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Like, no. He ends up going to the restroom without telling anybody. He wasn't even gone for 5 minutes, by the way. He wasn't gone for 5 minutes. He was gone for like at least 2 minutes. And, you know, you know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Like, why are you gonna, you know, wait for someone to come over there and hold the fort down for only a minute or two while they're just doing their own business? So he goes to the restroom and he hears a knock on the door, and it's the HR lady. She's pissed. She's pissed that he's inside the restroom doing her own business, doing his own business, and he gets out. She starts exaggerating, saying that this doctor has been waiting here for like at least 10 minutes and she needed to grab a coffee like really quickly, but that he was taking so fucking long apparently to her, apparently 10 minutes, and you know, that was not okay. The audacity, really the audacity. Anyways, after his shift, he gets called into the office and they tell him that he is being fired because he did that. He went to the restroom without telling anybody because he had to go to the fucking restroom. Like a normal human being needs to go to the restroom, and he couldn't hold it. He's not gonna wait fucking 10 minutes for someone to come down and hold the fort for at least a minute or two while he had to go to the restroom really badly. When nature calls, literally. So anyways, that was that. He was wrongfully fired, and now we were both out of a job. And we were like, you know what? We have money saved up. We were like, you know, gonna be okay, but not to the point where, you know, we were, you know, gonna stay jobless for long. Like, he's also a professional boxer, so he was also focusing his time on that. He also had money from previous fights that he has done before. So, you know, at that time we were okay, but you know, we weren't, you know, millionaires or anything like that. We were just like, we're good in the meantime. You know, but we have to start looking for jobs before anything happens. So we start looking for jobs, and you know, we got 1 or 2 interviews. We didn't get the position, so we still started applying, and that's when March starts hitting, and that's when the news of coronavirus starts hitting the whole entire world. And that's when everything started going downhill, because my husband, he had a few fights set up for March and April and all that. They ended up getting canceled, and we start, you know, quarantine. I wasn't able to get a job. No one was hiring. So we were in a very difficult position at that time. We were like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, okay, we have like this amount of money. We're gonna be able to make it in the next 2 or 3 months if this still keeps going on, but we're gonna have to start looking for jobs if we don't wanna keep on, you know, struggling. And so that's what we were doing. It was really hard, even like temporary remote jobs. It was really hard to get because not only you are looking for a job, but everybody else is looking for a job too because they got let go. But also there's millions, or not millions, but thousands more people, you know, qualifying for unemployment. We weren't able to get it because, you know, we got wrongfully fired. And well, I want to say that I got wrongfully fired just because, I mean, it was my decision to leave, but he was already planning to get rid of me, but in a very fucked up way. So I wasn't about that. I wasn't about to, you know, kiss his ass just so I could stay. And here we are struggling for months. We were keeping out for jobs, like an eye out for jobs really. And to no luck, we never found anything. We never found anybody that wanted to hire us. We were barely getting interviews. And I feel like, compared to my husband, I have the most bad luck on my shoulders, to the point where I thought someone was doing witchcraft on me just because of how much bad luck I've been having since 2018. And it just keeps on going, you know? And it was, I don't know, it's just a very crazy thing. So what would happen to me is that, you know, I would get a job, a remote job. They would tell me like, oh yeah, like we're gonna set you up, we're gonna be doing this and that in our end, and then we're gonna contact you so we can give you further instructions on what you can do on your part. You have to turn in your W-4, your I-9, you know, all my personal information to them, which I'm pretty mad about because they got my information, all my personal information. I never get a call back. I never get a call back from them. They pretty much screw me over, like telling me all these lies. Pretty much, I will call them lies. That, you know, that we're gonna be paying you this much, and then it's just a temporary remote work right now, that this is what you're gonna be doing, and blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, great, that's cool. Like I get to quarantine and like work from home and be with my dogs all day. And that never fucking happened. Like literally they would tell me that, and that would never happen. Like they would never call me back. I will call back, I will email and call back, and then even to the point where I will find their phone numbers and I'll text them like, what the, my neighbors are here. So yeah, no call back. So I was just always left on my own, wondering if they were gonna call me back. They never fucking did. I was pretty pissed just because, I mean, they will give me like false, you know, I will give them all my information. They will give me false information.
Fake news.
It was just, I don't know. It's happened to me so many times this year that I would apply somewhere. They will like me right away. Like they will have me to do like a Zoom interview or whatever. And it was great, you know. I was qualified, I was fully qualified, and you know, all that, and end up, you know, getting my hopes high really, because I was like, man, finally, we're gonna stop struggling, we're gonna get to pay a few bills. It was just a really hard time, and it was just so difficult that, you know, there would be points that I would actually cry throughout the night, and there would be points where I wouldn't want to get out of bed because of how much shit really has been happening in my life that's been going really wrong, and I never saw a light in the tunnel really. I never really saw myself getting out of that area. So, you know, it was really the fact that, you know, the corona was, you know, it's still a thing till this day, right? So it was just really difficult, and I was starting to get really depressed because there'll be things that we weren't able to pay, including our car note, and there will be times when you know, we will barely even make it to pay rent. And even my birthday this year, we got hit by a fucking hurricane, and guess what happened? That day happened. It was my birthday that it happened. I wasn't able to do anything. I wasn't able to enjoy my birthday, and to top it off, since we were struggling so much, we didn't have any food in our refrigerator, so we were starving really for like a day or two. It was just a very difficult time. You know, I'm still fighting some feelings now, like still like kind of like trying to deal with some things personally, but you know, what really helped me out was having my husband on my side. I'm getting emotional just because it's It's been such a rough ride. Really, it's been such a tough ride for me to actually deal with all these feelings. Sometimes it's just, oh my god, I'm doing my makeup too and I'm crying. Oh god. He kept saying that there's always hope in the end of the tunnel, even when we don't see it. It's always gonna be there. We just gotta come out somehow, one way or another. We're gonna come out of it. Also, it's been a really hard battle with myself, not only just because I didn't have a job, but it is because before then I used to do a lot of graphic designing, so that was really like all the jobs that I've applied for in my area. And to be honest, in my area that I live in, doing graphic design is not really a respected technique to really have. I don't know, it's not really, people don't really consider how much hard work people actually like put into like designing stuff and all. They don't pay you what you deserve really, and that's all that I've been applying because that was my experience. My experience is just a bunch of graphic designing, but this whole ordeal made me realize that graphic designing is not really my forte. It's not. I had a moment that I didn't know what to do with my life anymore, which made me even more depressed because I thought I knew what I wanted. It doesn't make me happy, honestly. It never did. You know, there was this one point where I thought it made me happy, but never, you know, it was just false information for myself, and it took me a while just for me to realize and come into the fact that, you know, and also question myself, am I really happy making and, you know, designing all these things? Like, do I find joy into doing that? And it took me a while to actually realize that no, it never gave me the satisfaction that I've been craving. It never satisfied me in the way that I've always wanted to be satisfied when it came to doing something that I love, because I thought I loved it, and so many tears have been shed and so many talks, you know, yeah, I figured out finally, like I said, that graphic designing wasn't my forte anymore. Like, the joy is gone, like no more. I see all these people having their dreams set and all that, and I'm just not happy with what I was doing before. And I figured out that filming has always been my passion. I actually made YouTube videos a long time ago when YouTube was first the thing, and I was in middle school, and I would make videos all the time. And I remember that I was a little kid, and I've always thought to myself, like, what if I never stopped making videos at that time? Like, where would I have been? Till this day, those videos are privated, so I don't know how to access that account anymore. So if I had access still, I would totally show you the videos. I always knew that it was filmmaking in all sense, like even like to the point where I would make sketches and, you know, do all of that. And I don't know, it's just been a real, like, this whole entire time of quarantine, it's just been a real eye-opener for me on what I truly wanted, and so many battles have been fought within me. I had really horrible thoughts at one point because my mind likes to eat up some feelings sometimes, even when it comes to like family and all. When, you know, I like to make up things for myself when I know they're not true. You know, that dictates my action that I take next. I'm just a very emotional person, and I don't know, it's been a ride this year, honestly. and that's all I gotta say. It's just the sigh. That's all that this year deserves. It deserves a fucking sigh because I've been at my worst and I never known that I've been on my worst until I realized it myself. And I became a lot more worse to myself after I realized that realization. It's just been a really rough year, y'all. Like, honestly. Oh my god. Horrible. This took me so fucking long just to do. Like, god damn it. So, you know, I forgot what I was saying, to be honest. But that's pretty much like part of my life. My life, honestly. I think I found my true calling. And yes, before you ask, this is supposed to be a Euphoria makeup inspired look, but I don't have any jewels or anything because I'm poor. And yeah, to do the tears, I literally used this thing, and it's like a little old, but whatever. It like, yeah, I don't know. And to top it off, this is from BH Cosmetics. What the? You know, my speech isn't great. Oh my god, here it is, Euphoria makeup inspired look, because it actually shows how much of a shitty year it's been for me. I mean, not just for me, but like for everybody else. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna stop fucking complaining. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching if you even watched this video. I truly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time on a lighter note. Love you.